Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've been living paycheck to paycheck, not because you don't make enough, but because you don't know where your money is actually going. Scary, right? That was me just a few years ago. And if that feels a little too familiar, this video could change your life. What if I told you there are a handful of money habits that completely transformed my life? Habits that took me from constant stress about bills to a sense of control, confidence, and yes, even excitement about my financial future? Stick with me for the next 10 minutes and I'll show you how I did it. And how you can too. Let me take you back. I used to spend mindlessly. A $5 coffee here, a $20 takeout there, subscriptions I forgot I even had. It didn't seem like a big deal in the moment, but at the end of the month, I'd check my bank account and feel that gut punch of reality. Sound familiar? Raise your hand if you've ever said, "Where the heck did my paycheck go?" Spoiler, me too. Here's the thing. I thought I just needed to make more money to solve my problems. But even when my income went up, my bank balance stayed the same. That's when I realized the truth. It wasn't about how much I made. It was about what I was doing with it. And if you're watching this thinking, well, I'll just start when I earn more. Let me tell you, more money without better habits is like trying to fill a bucket with holes. It doesn't work. But don't worry. In just a moment, I'll share the exact habits that patched up my financial bucket for good. The first habit that changed my life? Tracking every dollar. Yes, every single one. And no, I'm not talking about writing it all down in a notebook like it's 1995. There are apps that make this so easy, it's ridiculous. When I started tracking, I saw my money leaks. Those $10 charges I didn't even notice. And let me tell you, it was eye-opening. Imagine seeing how much you actually spend on food delivery each month. Spoiler, it's probably more than you think. If Uber Eats were a stock, I'd have been the majority shareholder. But tracking wasn't enough on its own. That's where habit number 2 came in. Paying myself first. Here's how it works. Before paying bills, buying groceries, or anything else, I set aside a percentage of my income for savings and investments. At first, it was just 10%, but over time, I increased it. Why? Because I realized something powerful. If I didn't prioritize my future, no one else would. And here's the crazy part. By doing this, I discovered a hidden benefit I'll share in just a second. When you pay yourself first, you're forced to live on less. It might sound like a downside, but it's not. It actually makes you more resourceful and intentional with your spending. And speaking of intentional spending, that leads me to habit number 3. Distinguishing needs from wants. This habit wasn't easy at first. We're bombarded with ads that make us feel like we need the latest gadget, the trendiest clothes, or the fanciest meals. But here's the reality. The things you think you need often aren't needs at all. They're distractions from your goals. Like, do you really need a $7 latte every day? Or is it just a delicious excuse to avoid your coffee maker? So, let's recap. Habit 1. Track your spending. Know where your money is going. Habit 2. Pay yourself first. Secure your future before anything else. Habit 3. Focus on your needs, not your wants. These 3 habits were the foundation that turned my finances around. But here's the thing. Habits are only powerful if you start them. The best time to begin? Yesterday. The next best time? Right now. And if you're wondering how these habits set the stage for wealth-building strategies like investing, passive income, and more, stay tuned. That's coming in my next video. Remember, your financial future isn't determined by luck or by how much you make. It's shaped by the decisions you make today. So, what decision will you make right now?